Good morning. It is freezing, literally, and we are here in Indiana. Today I'm going to go sourcing in Indianapolis. I am just waiting on the truck. I'm sure you're thinking, like, what am I doing in this cold weather when I can pick up and go? And I'll tell you, I'm thinking the same thing. We recently learned that our furnace is not working, so we need to get that fixed. We obviously learned because it's cold here and it just sounds like an onboard generator kicked on. We don't have one of those. So we gotta get that fixed. So anyways, I'm going out to Indianapolis to source today. When I was here earlier this summer, I did the south loop of Indianapolis. Now I am going to do the west side because that's the side I'm on, because earlier I was on the south side. So I'm gonna head out there. It's about an hour drive, so hopefully I'll get to Walmart around 8 something. Made it to Walmart. It is getting warmer, but not really. I'm actually very happy to be wearing a face mask right now because it keeps my face warmer. So I've heard it asked a couple times, like, what's the best time or day to go sourcing? Honestly, you can go sourcing any day you want to. The best time, I think, is the morning because there's not really any customers here and it just makes it easier. There's less people and I'm a morning person, so I prefer the morning. But like stores like Walmart, in non-COVID times, if they're open 24 hours and you are a night person, just go ahead and go at night. You actually might be able to get stuff right off of the carts from people putting it out. But anyways, so during seasonal times like Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Easter, there's usually 2 seasonal aisles. There's the seasonal aisle with like costumes and decorations, and then there's a seasonal aisle in the grocery where there's like candy and giftable stuff. So you definitely want to scan both of them. My inventory from 2 weeks ago has already sold out, so I'm gonna get more of the Halloween stuff, but only if it makes money doing FBM because it is too close to Halloween to send it in now, FBA. So we'll see how that goes. When you're gonna scan things like seasonal items, a lot of times the UPC will not actually come up. So on these, I'm actually just using my phone to scan this. I'm only just me here with my phone videoing this, so I can't show you, but I just scan it like I'm taking a photo of it because the UPCs do not come up, and that happens a lot with seasonal items. So you just want to scan or enter it in if you think it's going to be in there. So I got quite a few costumes in my cart right now, and I have listed them FBM, so I'll keep you updated how I go. There's a ton of Walmarts around, so if they sell, you know I'm going to be at the next Walmarts grabbing more. Another thing to keep in mind for costumes specifically is that side over there is all generic, and this is all the licensed stuff, and I only care about the licensed stuff. I'm not even going to bother with the generic. So far my cart is full of Halloween stuff. I've done it all FBM. I've not bought a single thing for FBA yet. So hopefully it sells and I can tell you about it. But I just wanted to share something. I know I'm in Halloween right now, but this goes for all seasonal across the board. So I have sold these, or a version of them. They were hearts, so it was Valentine's Day. And then these don't make a profit on their own. And then I scanned the cake pop mold sticks that go with them. They also don't make a profit. But then I thought, okay, wait, these go together, right? So I just literally grabbed them both in my hand, scanned them like I'm taking a photo of it, and then all of a sudden a listing pops up. It doesn't make enough profit to list it, but that's just what I'm telling you. You can bundle, you can make your own, you can see if there already exists. I'm of the mentality that I like to see if it already exists, and it did. So just scan everything, be creative, think outside the box. That's where all the profit is. Alright, I am back in the canning aisle picking up the item that I sold last Sunday, and I've listed it again, so hopefully it's going to sell. Just wanted to update you that a costume I bought for $25 just sold for $75 while I was in the store. It's still in my cart. That is one of the reasons I love FBM, and now I'm going to head over to the toy aisle and see what we can find. Alright, so I got all my toys. I wanted to check one thing right here that I scanned last week, and I wanted to see if it went up. It did a little bit, but it's still only 25% ROI. It cost $25 and it would make like 5 or 6, so it's not worth it for me yet, but I'm going to keep scanning it. $450 later, and as the cashier said, I am ready for Halloween. I sold the costume, I sold the canning items already, so that's awesome, and now I'm going to head, I think, to Target and Marshall's, and then to another Walmart. Alright, I made it to Ross. This is one of those ideal shopping centers because it goes Ross, Target, Marshall's, and HomeGoods all in the same one. And then actually the other shopping center I'm going to is similar. So this should be a good day as far as I don't have to drive. I have not been into a Ross since before COVID, so they have really good toy prices. So I'm excited to scan the toy and let's go check it out. In Ross, my go-to scanning aisles are toy, beauty, grocery, and baby. Sometimes they'll do clothing, and you can also do kitchen if you're gated and stuff. So that's what I would suggest starting with. All right, I have got 10 open orders now for FBM, which is awesome. So that's exciting. I'll go pack those up and hopefully any more that sell. I'm going to head over to the Target now, but I wanted to share a couple things that happened in the Ross. Total, I spent $50. It was like 4 toys I got. One of the toys, when I scanned it, it said it was only $17, but when I clicked through, it says it's $34, so the price increased, and it's not always accurate on that front screen, so you always want to click through, which is super annoying when you're trying to scan fast, but sometimes it pays off. And here's another one I'll show you. I scanned it. I was about to show it to you because it was $2.99 there. It said it was $14.99, so obviously it's going to make $5, but then when I went to click through, it's only selling for $10. So it makes like 2 something. It's here at Ross if you want to come grab it. Here's another freebie for you. It makes like $3. It is also here at Ross. It's in the checkout when you're like going to check out. That always takes me a while to scan as well. Also, always remember to ask for approval. I did it twice in the store and twice I was denied, but I'm not going to stop asking because if it makes a profit, I want to sell it. So just because it says you can't sell it doesn't mean you can't sell it. Just go ahead and click through because sometimes you will be automatically approved. And last thing is, don't forget about the men's stuff. There's a lot of men's beauty and then packaged underwear. So this one, I didn't get approved in it, but it would have made a great profit. So it was going for $9.99 here at Ross. I have sold some packaged men's underwear, boys underwear. So definitely those are areas you want to scan. And now let me just hop 2 parking lots, like 2 spaces over to the Target. Look at me learning. So since it goes Target, HomeGoods, Marshalls, and there's 2 cart racks, one for Target, one for Marshalls, I just parked once. Alright, that was a quick Target run because I was just at this Target last week, but the other one, hopefully I'll find some more stuff. And now I'm gonna go on HomeGoods. I got 1 toy at this Target, which is a weird toy. I'll show you, I'm gonna blur it out, but if it's weird, if it poops, if it has anything to do with vomit, slime, kids love it. So HomeGoods this time of year is actually a really great store. I mean, it's decent year-round, but right now they have beauty, they have giftable stuff, they have toys, they have more toys than normal. They have grocery, kitchen, all of that, so that's a really great stop. Here's 2 items I found that I'm going to share with you today. So they had a big old end cap of water bottle, and these 2 items, one has a little bit high rank and one is a great rank. So these are at HomeGoods if you want to stop by and grab them. So then I went on over to Marshalls and I found some really great stuff. So if you didn't know, you can get Adidas like backpacks, lunchbox, and shoes at Marshalls. They come with the box, they're ready to go. You just have to clip that price tag off. So here's one that's $20 and it would make $30. The rank is not great, but some people are fine sitting on shoes and waiting. If you didn't know, my ungating guide for Topical OTC grocery actually ungates you for Adidas. You get ungated in the Adidas brand and then you can sell all the shoes. I found these 2 beauty items today. One is $6 making $13 and one is $4 making $6. So I'm really excited about those. These are a brand that I know when it gets discontinued and hard to find, the price goes way up, so that'll be exciting. Last thing is I found another item that I used to sell last year. So I get asked every once in a while, like, how often do you delete your products in your listings? I usually delete them over a year or 2 years ago. I have ones going back 2 years, and I'm glad I didn't delete them because this one is, it's a replen now. It was a year ago since I bought it, but now that I found it, I can just replenish it. It costs $2.50 and I think it makes $5. So I'm gonna head over to the other shopping center. The downside of being in one shopping center is that my phone's dying faster. I do have a little battery pack I keep in my purse. I don't have to use it very often, but now that I've just hit up 1, 2, 3, 4 stores and I'm about to go do 4 more in another shopping center, I might be using it today. Alright, so I got some good stuff. Actually, I think everything was BOLO group stuff or replen. So that was helpful, made the shopping trip a lot quicker. it's getting pretty full back there. So every Christmas there is like one toy that's the it toy, which is usually a bigger toy and it's usually more expensive just right off the shelf. And I don't know whether I found it or not, but I thought I would just take a chance on it this year because every other year I'm either gated or I'm not able to find it, and I just thought, let me just see what happens. So I bought 4 total. They are $70 each. Already they're going for $140, so I'm already gonna make like $20 or something like that. I'm currently okay with the profits, and that's why I'm buying it. I'm not hoping they're gonna go up in price. If I make $20, it's fine. I just owe it to myself after all these years of being like missing out on everything. I just thought I would go ahead and give it a shot. So I will let you know how all that goes. If I forget, remind me. I have one more Walmart to go, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna see if I can find any more of these costumes that I sold this morning, but we'll see. Alright, so I got a lot of stuff, none of the costumes. They didn't actually have any. Someone in the BOLO group mentioned an item and I found 4 of it, so I went ahead and listed those FBM. I'm the only seller. It's ranked like 400 in toy or something, so it's a hot seller. And I had to get more boxes because I got a bunch of bulky stuff and I didn't have enough boxes. So now I'm gonna pack the truck and you'll see how many boxes are in there. So I won't be able to see out my window. That's all right. I got my side mirrors. That's it for today. I'm gonna pack it all up. I think tomorrow or the next day we are moving spots. So one of these days I will pack it up. And I'll let you know how the profit shakes out. So I packed up the shipment and sent it out, and now let's recap the whole thing. So in total, I spent 10 hours sourcing, 2 hours of driving, so 12 hours altogether that day. It was an hour each way to get to the stores. Like I mentioned out there, luckily there was just 2 big shopping complexes that I was at, so unfortunately my phone ended up dying, but I did have my backup charger, so that worked out fine. If you have any questions on the sourcing part of it, something that I didn't cover or that you have a question about, please let me know and I will make sure to cover it in another sourcing video. I am going out filming next week again as I shop, so I can definitely cover it. Alright, back to the shipment. The great thing about most of my stuff being from Target and Walmart is that I did not have to take off a lot of labels. It was just a few labels and they came off rather easily, so that's nice. Amazon broke my shipment up into 3 different warehouses, so it was 3 shipments altogether. The total for the whole entire thing came out to $45.12, so not that much money for 110 items. I mentioned that toy that I was taking a chance on. That was an oversized toy, so that all went to one warehouse. I had another baby item shipment. All this stuff went to one warehouse, and then everything else went to Indianapolis. Was delivered yesterday, and I'm just currently waiting on it being checked in. So here are my numbers. Again, how I break it down is this is the buy box price of when I sent it in. If you follow me, you know that I price things a little bit above the buy box, just so that if it takes a while to get to the warehouse, the price goes up and I don't miss out on any potential profits. So that's why I price them up. So, but that's not what these numbers are. These are my estimated numbers at the buy box of the time I sent them in. These are not with the inflated prices. One last thing to note, this is just my FBA stuff. I also did 27 FBM orders, which is not covered in these numbers at all. I'm going to do another video covering FBM in more detail next Sunday, going over all my stuff that I've sold FBM. It's like 50 something items in the last 30 days. So stay tuned for that and I'll break it all down. But so this is just my FBA stuff. I get asked all the time about my spreadsheets. You guys, these are just to show you in the videos. I do not make these for every shipment. That would be so much extra time. I use Sellerboard to track all my inventory. You can get 2 months free. The link is below. But I also did a video where I go over how I do my spreadsheets if you really want to know. But like I said, it is so much extra time. I do not recommend it, but it is there because I get asked all the time. So here we go. 110 items total. My cost was $1,500. My total profit was $1,100, and that is after the shipping. Obviously I said it was $45, so it's like $10.96 or something total profit, which you probably saw because it was probably the title of this video. My total ROI was 73%. Stay tuned because later on this week I'm going to go over what I look for ROI, and I'll pull up this spreadsheet again to show you, but just to know that the total ROI for this shipment is 73%. I went ahead and broke it down by category for you. So we've got here baby category, 9 items total, $92 profit, which was 8% of my total profit. Beauty category was 17% total, 25 items. Grocery, another 16%. Kitchen was 8% of my total profit. And then toys, half of my shipment profit all comes from toys. So you'll probably notice here that all the categories, not all of them, but most of the ones I'm selling in are gated categories, which is why I'm always suggesting to sellers, if you can, get ungated as soon as possible. It is worth the investment. So I have guides to cover that if you're interested, but this just goes to show, like, toys is 50%, and I am betting for the rest of Q4 it's going to be 50% or higher of all my shipments. And as always, I love to give a shout out to my BOLO group. If you want to join the BOLO group, the link is below. If you're new to my channel, I'll just quickly explain. So a direct BOLO lead is something that someone literally shared the exact item in the BOLO group and I found that exact item. A branch lead is someone shared an item and I found something similar or a different thing by that brand. Because I was looking for the BOLO item, I found these other items. So this one I had 15 direct leads and 24 branch leads, and this is not stuff I shared. I never count the stuff that I shared because I share a lot in the BOLO group and then I buy it and then I sell it. But this is stuff that other people have shared, so not leads for me. This is how it's helping me personally. So the total BOLO profit off of 39 units, or 35% of my total shipment, was BOLO items. $420 profit, which is almost 40% of my whole profit, came from the BOLO group's help. So that's just one way, one shipment, one day, how the BOLO group helped me. And then I just want to break it down because I'm often asked how helpful it is for new sellers. So here we go. This was a beauty item. This was a grocery item, kitchen item, toy, beauty, kitchen, toy. It is Q4 and that's why you're seeing a lot of toys, because we're all out there sourcing toys. And then the last thing I wanted to note is the ROI from the BOLO group. So you'll see here, this item was, these are the direct leads here in green, 269% ROI, 100%, 83%, 90%. And so the cost, obviously this cost is with tax because that's how I calculate mine. So $640, so probably a $5.99 item, profiting $17. Then we got a grocery item, basically 100% ROI. Another $4.99 item makes $640, 100% ROI. So you can see these ROIs are pretty great that the BOLO group is sharing in comparison to my total ROIs. I have some good ones, but you know, a lot of them are around the 50 to 60%. So just another shout out to the BOLO group. Again, if you want to join it, all the links are on my website and below. I probably even have it on the screen right now if you're interested. So that is the recap of my shipment. I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope it gets you excited and getting out there sourcing. It's not too late. You can definitely still start your business and pull out that profit come January. So thank you guys as always. If you want more help, you can comment or just stay tuned to my channel where I have 3-time-a-week videos all on Amazon selling. Thank you guys so much for watching and I hope you have a great week out there sourcing.